You need an outfit for August 10th. Why do you ask? Because we are going to the Bankra Caribbean Culture Festival, which is happening at the Archie Spigner Park, and that's located on Merrick Boulevard, Queens, performing live the Braata Singers and so much more, celebrating the 45th independence of St. Lucia, the 50th of Grenada, the 45th of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and the 220th of Haiti. I have the pleasure of speaking with one of the producers, or the producer of this event, none other than Andrew Clark of Braata Productions. Andrew, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? No, Andrew, I have to come look better than that. This is the morning tea and the energy we are dealing with. Look, you never had your coffee this morning?
Me not drink my coffee yet, no.
Oh, all right. Good morning, Andrew. How are you?
Good morning, my dear. How are you doing?
I am well. It was a pleasure seeing you in your white the other day at the Gracie Mansion for the Caribbean American Heritage celebration that the mayor had.
Yes, yeah, man. It was wonderful seeing you as well.
Yeah,
gorgeous as always.
Thanks, Andrew. I appreciate you. All right, so we are talking about August 10th. Yes, the Bankra Caribbean Culture Festival. I want you to tell the people about it. Tell us what inspired this creation and why it's so important to you to celebrate Caribbean culture.
So Bankra Caribbean Culture Festival is a celebration of folk traditions of the different islands. And as I was listening to you do part of your intro, you're underscoring the fact that Carib Star Radio is a Caribbean radio station. And that's exactly what Braata that's what we've been working on centering for the last few years. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people will know Braata and think squarely the folk singers, and they think about Jamaica only. Mm-hmm. And we've broadened that to include our other islands, because there are so many other Caribbean islands that we share, a lot of similarities with. So this festival is about celebrating, highlighting those similarities, and of course celebrating our uniqueness. Mm-hmm. So we're all about folk tradition. If you think anything along the lines of Miss Lou or Ring Game, during the day it starts with a drum circle that kind of just brings folks together. We have, dozens of drums and instruments for people to just play and jam. And then throughout the rest of the day, games and activities, which include like a 50-meter race, egg and spoon race, hula hoop, Chinese skip. We're teaching all of these games that I think a lot of kids, at least Caribbean American kids, have never been introduced to and never played. And a lot of us that don't live in the Caribbean not hear about RCDM game in a long time. So it's really about bringing back and keeping those traditions alive and passing them on to the next generation. Bankra, the word Bankra is a Jamaican word that means basket. It's a sort of basket, Old time people that say, "Me I carry my banker go a market." So the idea is this festival is carrying the traditions on. We're carrying the traditions on to the next generation. The basket is a bearer of things, and so we're bearing good news and we're bearing good culture. And this year, like you mentioned, we're centering some islands that are celebrating milestone independences. So 45 for St. Lucia and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, 50 for Grenada, the Spice Island, and then of course Haiti celebrating a whopping 220 years, which I think is really, really important to highlight, because like when we think about Haiti as an independent country, oftentimes the way the media
depicts them,
depicts Haiti is upheaval, violence, them poor, there's no food, somebody's always bringing aid to Haiti. But we forget the fact that they were the leaders in the revolution. They were the first independent nation, before all of us. We talk about Jamaica celebrating 63, I think, this year. Long before that, Haiti was at the helm, leading independence for folks of our hue, black and brown people. So we want to center that, celebrate that. Haiti Cherie.
Boy, Andrew, as I'm listening to you, and I just really want to drive home the notion of us coming together. You know, we as a Caribbean set of people, as much as we are Caribbean, we're still kind of segregated in that you have the Jamaicans over there, so you have the Haitians over there, so the Trinidadians over there, so, and sometimes maybe for a dance or a party, then we may come together. But I feel like these type of events that really bring together the culture, that meld and mesh the culture. These are the events that we need to be getting behind and pouring into. And so I thank you for taking up this charge and doing it in this fashion, right? Where you are highlighting all the different amazing traditions that the Caribbean persons we have to offer, because we have so much to give persons here in America, right? We have so much to bring from our we've brought, I should say, so much from our islands, and to be able to share it with the generations to come, because much like you said, a lot of these young kids don't have zero clue about what would have happened back in grandma's days, great grandma's days, and they may hear grandma, grandpa, or mom and dad talk about the things they used to eat or the things they used to do, or just the core values, the manners and the respect. You not pass Miss Lou out a gate and you can't end the morning. Them something that don't happen. That cannot happen.
Yep.
And so highlighting these things in the way that you're doing it, I commend you, sir. And what you have been doing with Braata Productions, talk to us about that, because as you said, we know Braata to be, you know, of the folk singers. You're coming out, you're performing and showcasing the folk songs and things like that. But I know there's so much more that you do with Braata Productions.
Yeah, man. This year we're celebrating 15 years.
Wow, so congratulations.
Thank you very much. We were founded in 2009. And 15 years later, we started initially producing plays. We produced a play in Manhattan called Positive by Trevor Rohn. A few months later, we started the Folk Singers, and the Folk Singers have since usurped almost all of our programs and become like our lead man, our flagship program. But in those 15 years, other things have come along. So in 2013 we started Christmas Grand Market. At the time it was called Old Time Grand Market. It's now called Christmas Grand Market.
Wait, stick a pin, because I just attended my first Grand Market while I was living in Jamaica, and what a vibe. And I hear what I attended was kind of scaled down because of COVID.
Yeah,
so I want you to tell the people about Grand Market and what that means and what it encompasses, just the magic of Grand Market.
So I'm taking you way back. I'm going to give you the footnotes version of it. Grand Market essentially was a slavery tradition. It was during the period of enslavement. The Africans would be given a few days before the cane cutting season to basically enjoy themselves before the hard labor started. And so each of them had plots in their little holding area, in their housing situations. They had little plots, and so they'd bring all of those fruits and vegetables that they were planting over the years and gather in the local village. Each parish had like a central square that everybody would just gather, and that's where they would have a good old time. And Jankuno, which is a tradition that came from West Africa, a tradition of masquerade, it really was used to, it was a form of resistance, but it was also used to mimic and make fun of the slave masters that came out. So it involved drumming and masquerade, and there are these costume characters, about 12 of them: Belly Woman, the Red and Blue Set Girls, Devil, Police, Pitchy Patchy, Jack of the Green, the list goes on. And so that was Grand Market back in the old days. People would just gather in each of these village squares, and it was a big old celebration. I mean, they would have sell them food together, and it would be a party. And the contemporary rendition of that has now included, like sound systems, because things are changing. So even when you go night now, usually they have this thing called Duppy Band in a night. With Duppy Band, them can come from like St. Thomas and Portland, and they go to these funeral celebrations to play music live. Now we mostly have sound systems. So like the Grand Market that you're seeing now is the same sort of gathering in the town square, whatever that central place is. So like Brownstown have a big Grand Market. Montego Bay used to have a Grand Market downtown in a bay. Wherever there was like that bay, we've kept that tradition alive. And just added some contemporary parts to it now. So sound system. But I remember when I went to Grand Market as a kid with my dad, say merry-go-round I go on, you ever get the snow cone, cotton candy, you're gonna be able to buy your gig and your tops, and it's like it's that treat that you look forward to for Christmas. So we wanna keep that idea alive, that feeling. I mean, no, so we're in New York and it's cold, but
that's okay.
We want to bring a version
of it,
to New York City, and so we've done that since 2013. Bankra started in 2015. At the time, Bankra was called Bankra Folk Festival, and as I say, our focus has evolved over time, and so we added the name Caribbean to ensure that folks understood that this was not just a Jamaican celebration, because as a matter of fact, the very first Bankra was Caribbean. We had Bajans represented, there was Steel Pan, Trinidad in something positive. I mean, it was a long, really full and rich show of Caribbean celebration of folk culture.
I love
and then since that, we've started after school programs. So we have after school programs in Queens and Brooklyn, where we bring teaching artists into middle schools and engage the kids in the creation of art. So that involves dance, drama, visual arts. We do the same for seniors. We have 6 senior centers that we service. Those are both in Brooklyn and Queens. The folk singers continue to perform. They perform in senior centers, lunch hour concerts, and we do an average of 2 performances per week across Brooklyn, Queens, and the Bronx.
Oh, wow.
Since that, Bankra initially started in Queens. We've now expanded to Brooklyn. We've added Brooklyn to that mix. This past weekend, we did Carib's Food and Music Festival, which is an experience of Caribbean culture, but the contemporary side. So we have a DJ from the various islands that we're celebrating. Basically like a sound system sort of feel, and then they get to taste food from 6 different islands.
Lovely.
So 6 dishes from 6 islands. So think of going to a tent with 6 kind of food, and you can repeat that across 6 different islands. And of course, the islands that we're representing this year, we're celebrating this year, were represented. That started in Queens. We're now in Brooklyn as well. And then Christmas Grand Market, again, emanated in Queens. It's now Brooklyn, Queens, and the Bronx. So that is Braata in a nutshell. It's a full-time operation year over. We stay busy, but a lot of it is not public programming that people are
aware of.
They're aware of, and so Bankra is kind of like our big festival for the summer.
So Bankra is happening at Archie Spigner Park, which is on Merrick Boulevard. Give us the cross street.
So it's right at the corner of Merrick and Linden Boulevard, basically.
Okay, Merrick
and Linden. And for those that know the area, it used to be called St. Albans Park. So that may jog people's minds a little more. I think it was renamed Archie Spigner Park officially last year.
Okay. So Merrick and Linden, right? So pin that, people. Put that in your calendar, in your locations. We are going Saturday, August 10th to Archie Spigner Park to celebrate Caribbean culture the Bankra way, the Braata Production way. Now, Andrew, I want to put you on the spot. Because I know that you are a performer. The first time I saw Andrew, the first time I saw Andrew do a performance, it was a movie, and this was many years ago. Andrew's an actor also, and this was many years ago that he did this. It was in Kingston, I believe, when it was something tied in around it was an HIV awareness campaign, I believe.
Yes.
And me nearly frightened Mr. Andrew. Mr. But I know Andrew that. And the young Andrew. So Andrew has been acting for some time, but I'm going to, not right now, I want you to gather your thought, but I want you to take me out with it could be a recited piece, a song, something that people are going to get excited for, maybe a Miss Lou piece to come to Bankra. Now I know that food is going to be on display. Is one thing about Caribbean people. I don't care where we come from, we love we belly. So tell us about the food that will be on display at the festival.
Yeah, man. So I've actually missed a few key points. We have these things called effigies as well. Effigies are life-size puppets. If you think about ghouls and goblins, and we are talking about Halloween in America, we have a version of Halloween in the Caribbean. There is Duppy, we have Anansi, Laja Bless, Sukunya, Mama Ledu, Baku, all of these mythical folk characters across the various islands, and we have life-size versions of those as part of our effigy display. The kids zone is about teaching games and activities, ring games for the children and the young at heart, everybody really and truly, because I think it's a cross-cultural experience that if adults are coming to be a part of that kids zone and help us bring their kids and teach them these games with us, that would be really powerful. And of course, we're gonna have vendors with food and gift items. We so far have some vendors locked in for each of the Caribbean islands. So we have Asian food, Vincentian, Lucian food, the list goes on. But if you want a smorgasbord of food, definitely pull up to Bankra Culture Festival. And we're still looking for volunteers. We're looking for volunteers and vendors.
And so how how do persons get in contact with you?
They can visit our website, which is braataproductions.org, Braata Productions with an S.org, or they can call our office line 917-668-2209 extension 2. Ask for Gregory, 917-668-2209 extension 2.
917-668-2209 extension 2. And if you want to be a part of it, which you should be, because this is going to be absolutely amazing, people. I love when we can celebrate our culture in this way. 917-662-2209 extension 2 or braataproductions.org to get all your information. Now, don't think, Andrew, you're going to get off the spot. I want you to take us out with...
I could get the number. I could get the number correct. So 917-668.
2209.
2209. Yeah,
917-668-2209.
Yep.
Extension 2. Yeah?
And the last thing we want to say, the event is free, and a lot of people associate free with no good. Me, I promise you, this is high quality entertainment. So y'all just pull up to St. Albans Park.
August 10th,
Archie Spigner Park, August 10th. 12 o'clock gates open. The drum circle is at 1, concert at 4 o'clock. If you don't enjoy yourself for the day, all you need for carry a little money in your pocket for buy some food and a chair or a blanket for just hang out on the grass. If you don't enjoy yourself, maybe give back your money.
Andrew, you're funny. But again, you're not getting off the hook, and I want you to take us out with a piece. Please, sir.
So this is a favorite when the singers perform. So I'll try to do a version of this. When me roast the yellow yam and me slice it in a two, how nice it will be with me ackee and the saltfish and the white flour dumpling and the coconut oil. What a glorious day when me roast the yellow yam. Me have a few more food now, because I want to make sure some rep a little bit of everybody.
Yes, sir.
Haiti Sherry says Haiti is my beloved land. How I never knew that I'd have to leave you to understand just how much I miss the gallant citadel, where days long ago brave men served this country well.
Love it.
Yes.
I mean, all this and so much more, people. And you're going. What I believe, you're going to learn a lot about all the different islands. So whether you come from Jamaica, wherever you come from, Barbados, St. Lucia, Haiti, you're going to learn something. You're going to have fun. It's a family-friendly event. So bring the family out. Bring your blankets. It's a free event. A free event where you can come and celebrate your culture. It is happening Saturday, August 10th, Archie Spigner Park, Merrick and Linden, performing live, Braata Singers, and so much more. The gates open at 12 p.m. The grand cultural concert is at 4 p.m. And I'm sure if I know Andrew and the Braata production family, is prizes on top of prizes and enough surprises. So if you want to be a part of this event, call this number right now, 917-668-2209. That's 917 768-2209. The extension is number 2 to be a part of Bankra Caribbean Culture Festival. Andrew, thank you so much for joining us here on the Morning Tea and Carib Star Radio. You are going to be, I'm sure that you're going to be in and throughout all of Carib Star. So if you didn't get any information, you can look on caribstarradiolive.com. We will have all the information there, and Andrew will be back. Andrew, have an awesome day.
Thank you very much, Sin. You too.
All right, bye.
Nice.
Bankra Caribbean Culture Festival that is happening Saturday, August 10th, Saturday, August 10th at the Archie Spigner Park, which is located here in Queens on Merrick Boulevard and Linden Boulevard. Make sure to support these events.